Greetings from Southern California. Tomorrow's the election, but that's a side issue. I am hoping and praying that Larry Elder will be our new governor, but we'll see what happens. Anyhow, I want to talk about some other things that are on my mind. Sheba and Dedan are mentioned in Ezekiel 38, as well as the merchants and the sons of Tarshish, which I call the Toothless lions. Ezekiel 38, verse 13, if you know the prophecy about the alliance of nations in Ezekiel 38, consisting of several nations: Turkey, Libya, Ethiopia, Russia, and Iran, and others, are one day going to, by the will of God, attack Israel, and Israel will take care of that problem. God will take care of that problem. But in verse 13 there it says, Sheba, Dedan, and the merchants of Tarshish, and all their young lions will say to you, have you come to take plunder? Have you gathered your army to take booty, to carry away silver and gold, to take away livestock and goods, to take a great plunder? And so these toothless lions of Tarshish, while all the other countries mentioned in Ezekiel 38 are there in the Middle East, and there is an argument for Tarshish being there as well, but it says the young lions, or the sons of the merchants there. Many believe, and I kind of lean towards, especially in light of what I'm seeing in the world the last several years, and especially recently with the decay of leadership in the West, there's been vacuum. And so the sons of Tarshish could be, in my opinion, England, United States, Australia, Western Europe. And so basically in the text, they're basically questioning what's going on. There is no intervention militarily by them. They're simply, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Just to take plunder. And the reason I'm saying that they're toothless is because obviously they've removed their power. Their power has been removed to do anything about that situation. I came across an article just recently, the other day. Matter of fact, it says, due to the power vacuum created by the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, South Asia is on top of a crust of major geopolitical shift due to an alliance of China, Pakistan, and the Taliban. China seeks to replace the United States as a global superpower, for which economic and military domination of South Asia is an essential step. China aims to dominate South Asia, first economically based on the China-Pakistan economic corridor, and then military, using as a line with Pakistan to establish military bases in Balochistan province on Pakistan's Arabian Sea coast. And they're also in a deal with the Taliban to get the air base there in Bagra left behind by our own military due to the lack of leadership. So they'll have a nicely built air base at their disposal if this deal goes through. They're calling this, in some aspects, the new Silk Road. And if you know anything about the Bible, we do read about the kings of the East, a 200 million man army there in the book of Revelation that is mentioned. And you're starting to see these things come to pass. And so the West has been losing its effectiveness, especially this last year and a half or so. We've seen the downfall of our authority and our power basically diminish before our eyes. The world is looking at us no longer as a superpower, but actually as China is rising up on the scene in all kinds of fronts, not just in the Middle East, but globally. And so you see Australia overwhelmed by their fear of the pandemic, as they are taking to creating camps, encampments, or where they're going to round up the non-vaccinated and COVID-infected people and put them on these little places and keep an eye on them. And so their focus is on the wrong thing. And so there's an alliance right now trying to get together to oppose this trade. America and Japan and India, just to name a few, trying to counter this effort by China to gain control there. But according to the text in Ezekiel 38, we see that there's no going to be no authority or power or intervention by these sons of Tarshish, the toothless lions, basically. All they're going to do is talk. And we can see that all that is taking place now is a bunch of talk, nonsense, double talk, no backbone, no spine, no defense of Israel, allowing these things to take place. And Iran is now being looked upon by Europe and Western Europe as a threat, a viable threat with their nuclear fusion project. And a lot of Europe is getting a little antsy over there because the strong arm of the United States has been removed in that area. So you see Ezekiel 38 drawing ever closer. And so it's something worth paying attention to. You know, as you start to see the scales of power starting to waver and tip, and you know, this could be something very noteworthy in the future because God's word is true. Ezekiel 38 will come to pass. There's going to be a destruction of Damascus, and these nations will align themselves, whether it's Turkey in charge, leading the charge against Israel, or Russia. You know, I'm still looking at this both angles, you know, and if you watch my last video, some things are very interesting to me to watch and see what's going on there as things are culminating to a point of no return in light of that particular prophecy. So that's it for now. Until next time, keep on keeping on.